Good morning, everyone. Folks, another sleepless night. It's about 2 a.m. Decided to get up. Been sitting here thinking a little bit about how life sometimes has some strange or funny twists and turns. And it kind of reminded me of a story that I thought I might want to share with you. And it's about Rodney Hughes and how this tournament came about. So, as I was sitting here thinking, I've got the tournament on my mind. It's weighing on me pretty heavy. It's crunch time. It's time to go. Time to get everything lined up, promoted, and get it running like a well-oiled machine. And as I'm thinking, man, how did this all come about? Well, I'll tell you. I'd like to share this with you. If you go back in time, I can thank Don Richards. I know quite a few of you probably know Don. He worked with Rodney. At the time, let's go a few years back, Tosh Collins, Don Richards, and a few other people invited me down to Blackhawk for some meetings about the youth. They were wanting to get the youth program back up and running without going into a lot of detail. So I would show up at Blackhawk. We'd have a meeting on how to get this program up and running, how to make some lives better for youth, and specifically youth anglers, and how to attract them to the program. And our meetings would consist of a bunch of us fishing, jigging around Blackhawk while we're talking about these topics. We got to talking, Don and myself, about crappie fishing. And he says, man, I know one heck of a crappie angler, and he lives right here down at the lake. I said, oh really, who's that? What's his name? He said, Rodney. I said, it wouldn't have to be Rodney Hughes, would it? He goes, yeah, as a matter of fact it is. I said, are you kidding me? I go, really, man, that's my cousin. I haven't seen him for quite a while. Which I knew Rod and a bunch of his other family members were living right there at Indian Lake. But I hadn't seen a lot of my family for quite some time. I'd run across one of his brothers, Mike, quite a bit in the truck. So, time goes on. I get a hold of Rodney, and this would be the winter before he passed, or late fall. We got to talking on the phone, and he invited me down that spring, or for the following spring, to go fishing, which that never happened. I wish it would have. But that weighs heavy on my mind, how that all happened. And I never did get a chance to see him again. And in the meantime, I got to talking to Mike Powell at Mike's Bait and Tackle, which you'll have to follow me and stay with me here on all these mics. So I get to talking to Mike Powell, and I said, hey, would you be interested in hosting like a benefit or memorial type tournament for my cousin Rodney? They said, yeah, put something together, we'll do something. I said, all right. So time went on. I kind of held off on it. I was attending a bluegill tournament, doing a little filming, a little fishing, and while the weigh-ins were going on, I heard somebody yell my name. My cousin Mike got out of his truck and approached me, and he said, hey, I want to talk to you about something. He said, would you be interested in holding a tournament for Rodney? I said, are you kidding me? I said, come with me. Let's go inside here and talk to Mike. And I'll have him tell you what he told me. Well, basically told him, yeah, he was going to put a tournament together for your brother. And we just kind of looked at each other and said, man, this is meant to be. We got to do this. So, folks, that's how that all came together. It's just kind of a weird twist and turn. Sometimes life throws you a curveball, and something good comes out of it. It's my pleasure to do something like this in Rodney's name and memory of him, and to honor what he loved. Rodney was an avid crappie fisherman on Indian Lake, and he pretty much lived to crappie fish. Real great guy, loved by many. And I wish I had the chance to fish with him. So, just kind of a heart-touching story that touches my heart, anyways, of how life has a funny way of doing things, and maybe putting people back together too, or bringing people together. So there's a lot of things that we have to do yet. We're about to release all the rules, regulations, sign up date when you can start signing up for this tournament. It's going to be a great event. Kids Derby will be going on right along with this. We have a lot of great sponsors, which you've seen who some of the sponsors are. I'll be back on here doing some other things for the sponsors. Stick around. We've got a lot of great things coming. I want to thank everybody that's involved in this. You've been a great help. I hope you enjoyed that story. Tight lines and solid hook sets.